husband Oliver is behind the camera there, and we are going to show you what we are going to do today is clean some shells. For those of you guys who are with us on a regular basis, you see us walk down the beach and we pick up all these beauties, and today we're going to try cleaning them with muriatic acid and see what they turn out to be. I've seen some videos before and I know that they're going to turn out beautiful. They're beautiful already, but once they're cleaned all up, they are going to be gorgeous. And muriatic acid is caustic, so you see I do have my gloves on, I have my glasses on, and I have my mask on so I don't breathe it in, even though it's very windy out here today. I don't have to probably worry about that, but just to be on the side of caution. And I am using a glass bowl for my muriatic acid. Because it will do damage to the plastic. And I just got the muriatic acid out of Lowe's. We've had it here for a while waiting on us to do this project. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. But in this bowl is the muriatic acid, and this bowl is the water to rinse them. So from what I've seen, things I've looked at and other videos I've watched, you dip the shell into the bowl with muriatic acid, then you dip it in the, take it out after a few seconds, dip it into the water, and that's it. So we're gonna see how that process works. Some of the ones I've watched, they've re-dipped them and that kind of stuff. So we're gonna see. This one is a crowned conch, and you can see it's just kind of dirty from the natural state that we found it in. And I am gonna use tongs to dip it. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Give it a good little rinse, and that smell is strong, but look at those colors. Wow, look how beautiful that is. Awesome. So we're just going to keep going down like that, and man, if they all do what that one just did, I may have to do a lot more of this. Wow, that is beautiful. All right, and I'm gonna get this arranged in here how I want to hold it. I don't want to drop it. Because from what I've heard, if you leave a shell in muriatic acid for too long, it'll just eat through the entire shell, because that's what it's doing, it's just eating out that outer calcification layer. And you can see it bubbling up as it does that. Give it a good rinse. Turn it over. We'll see how beautiful that one turned out to be. So that was just a muted color anyway, and this is South Carolina state shell, the olive shell. Oh, and look at there what just fell out of it, a little auger. It got a little bath, didn't even know it was in there. All right, so then we have two more that I thought they might just have some different coloration on them, the olive shells, so we're gonna keep with those. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Color change on them. You can see how dull this one is, and of course one reason is just because this one's wet and this one's not. But we're going to take a look at these once they're dry as well. This wind is so whipping today, it won't take these shells long to dry. You can just see the acid eating that layer right off. Wow. All right, let's do this tulip next. And you can see even with the water, it brightens up some. Just the little drips of water that are on this. 3 1000. Oh yeah, look at those browns and oranges. Pretty, pretty. All right, a little whelk shell. Let's see how to hold him best in here. Ow, these are turning out gorgeous. Whew, that stuff is still strong. Whoa. Beautiful. shell. You can see just from wetting it changes somewhat of the color. Who thinks these things are pretty? Another shark eye moon snail. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Get a good view of what it looks like beforehand. Really pretty black dark eye on that. Cleaning them up, bringing out some of the natural colors that are in them. Another shark eye shell. And you can see how this was completely clear when we first started. It's turned to like a yellowish color now and very, kind of dirty. So you can tell it's working. And I can smell it. Oh wow, look at the oranges and pinks and salmons in that one. Little pink eye there. Beautiful. And this one is really dirty. We found it and it was in a dirty state, and then it's been sitting in one of our flower pots for a long time as decoration. So you can see it's got a lot of green on it, kind of like some dead algae growth or something, and just dirt. So we're gonna see how this beauty turns out. Just flipping it around in there, making sure it gets covered everywhere. I don't know if he was alive or dead. Bug. Trying to get him out. Give that one a good rinse back off. Look how pink and salmon it is. Got most of it off. I probably could re-dip it if I really wanted to. Oliver said, yeah, go ahead and give it a re-dip. Getting really dirty now. Yeah, and you can see all the browns on the back. And probably could, that would scrape off pretty easily. Just brush it right off now. Really, really pretty. So you want to see these even as they're starting to dry out, they're still retaining the same color. Alright, and then we got a pretty pear whelk here. I'm expecting this one to be beautiful. It's beautiful already, but once we clear all that outside layer off, it is going to be gorgeous. Wow. Ah, look how pretty that is. What you think, Oliver? Is it working good?
Nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, look at the difference there.
I'm really surprised at how well it's cleaning them. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Man, look at that one.
Gorgeous.
And I'm really, looking forward to getting down here to these down here, the ones that have these blues and grays and the oranges, and just seeing how all those turn out too. And what is that one there,
This
Steph?
one is the cockle. I think I might have pulled it up too quickly. This is the cockle shell. This one is an Atlantic cockle, to be exact. The giant Atlantic cockles. Got some pretty colors on it. I thought it was going to be a little darker, but I guess some of that darkness I saw on it was like debris that washed off. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like this dark spot right here that I'm seeing, is it going to stay on there, or is the muriatic acid going to eat away all the color on these types of shells?
Yeah, we're checking them out to see.
This is our first time ever cleaning shells with muriatic acid, so we're kind of interested in what's going on.
Yeah, and I think for the most part it just cleaned it off. There's still a little bit of darkness there, but not as much as I expected to see on it. Some of the oranges are brighter. So on this one, let's see, it's got a lot of darkness on the top and on the, the lower edge here in the middle. A lot of orange on this side and a little bit muted on this side. Let's see how it turns out. A little bit of orange here on the tip. Even a little orange on the inside of that one. But it looks like it's taking a lot of that darkness off and just enhancing the orange.
Yeah, it really brought out that browns and oranges on that side.
And even on the tip here, it's dirty from being in the flower bed, but you see I can just rub that dirt right off.
Yeah, most of that's like build up a little bit of soil or live algae that's been growing on them for being in a moist area.
Oh, it really enhanced that orange on the inside of that too.
Nice.
I didn't really look on the inside of those. So this one's got a lot of orange across the back. Let's see how that turns out. A lot of orange on the side. The inside's pretty orange. So yeah, it really brought out the oranges.
Yeah, the oranges are really showing up. So
yeah,
look at this big orange guy sitting down here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys something to look forward to. See this big orange one here? And that's one of the biggest orangest shells we have ever found. And we have been shelling for how many years you think, Steph? 5, 6?
5 or 6.
Pretty steady.
Yeah. We've always shelled a little bit here and there every time we've gone to the beach, but actually collecting them and making sure we keep up with them or disperse them to other people. So these shells really did a little differently than what I thought, because a lot of the darker colors that are on them kind of faded away or got washed away with the cleaning process. So whereas like on the shark eye shell, the darkness stayed. So, we'll see. I hope it doesn't take all the darkness out of these. We're going to find out.
There's a few that you've already did that really stand out so far. This shell turned out really nice. That one, these two pear whelks,
yeah,
and that cockle right back there. The oranges on that one was nice, but it's just the overall of that one. So we're halfway down the shells now.
And this one, I'm interested to see what it's going to do when it dries, because whenever it was dry originally, it was completely bleached out, almost white. You couldn't see any coloration on it whatsoever. So if that stays that way even while it's dry, that'll be really nice.
And this muriatic acid is kind of taking on an algae color.
Yeah.
It's actually like a green is brown. I don't really know how it's showing up on the video, but that's the color that I'm noticing.
This is one of my absolute favorite types of shells right here to find, just because we do not find a ton of these here, but they are gorgeous. But every once in a while we do find an awesome specimen of this eastern Murax.
Man, I'm really excited to see how this turns out. This is the giant
eastern Murax, actually, and I'm going to try to be really careful. I don't want to break off any of its points or prongs.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. And you probably don't want to let it stay in there but so long either, because it could probably eat away the tips of those points pretty quickly. What you think, Steph?
I tried to do it for the same amount of time. I tried to just get it swished around and moved around quickly where it gets covered everywhere. Oh, look at there.
Yeah, I was just curious to see what it actually looked like. And
wow, it's got some pretty stripes on it.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
A lot better than being dirty, right?
Yeah, so we'll see how it looks after this one dries too. See if those stripes stay visible on it.
Now we're starting to get into some bigger shells.
Wow, that thing is pretty.
That are really going to have lots of colors.
We hope.
Look at that one right here too.
Yeah.
That one should. Pretty. I think that'll be one of the best ones also, but we'll see.
Ooh, playing with our beauties. All right, and then this is a large channeled whelk. You can see it's just got a round, smooth lip. Gets skinny here at the siphonal canal, and the whorls are very just rounded out, almost like a cinnamon bun, compared to the knobbed whelks.
And we have found all of these shells right here in South Carolina, right, Steph?
Probably. No, this one actually came from a boat landing in Florida. That's
what I was thinking. Yep. That's the only one that we didn't find here. So there's a lot of different types of shells here in South Carolina, unlike some of the other areas and beaches that we've seen. And that right there is definitely one of our favorite ones to find right there.
That's right. All right, so let's try this channeled whelk and see. And they are very fragile, so I don't want to drop it in this glass bowl. Get it covered all the way around though, and even down with the cleaning. And I can see that it's eating that periosteum off, so I was letting it stay in there a few seconds longer because it's eating this little area here off.
It's almost taking all the color out of it though.
Yeah. So some of that color may have been stuck down in that periosteum, really. The outer little cover in here. Let me get it rinsed off and I'll be able to show you better. So this is what I'm talking about here. And it's soft enough now where really if I took a brush or something I probably could rub it or re-dip it and get the rest of it off. But yeah, it took almost all the color out of it. The only parts that have color still just have a little bit of that periosteum still on it.
I wonder if all of those are going to do like that.
I hope not. We're going to try this one.
This is another one of the channel whelk.
It is.
The same type that we just did.
A lot of the dark spots on it. I really don't want it to take all those little dark spots off, but
it's a test.
For the sake of salty reflection science experiments, here we go. Yes, it did exactly what we were talking about. Took off all the little dark areas. Looks like I'm just letting it drain out of the inside. It's really foamy in there. Trying to keep as much of the acid in there with the acid itself.
And when you get through, you think you're just going to bottle that right there back up and use it later?
No, actually it's used as a cement cleaner. So I'm going to put it there on some of the bad areas of under our house that have like some rust stains and stuff like that. Oliver's shaking his head no, but that is what you're supposed to do with it. So I'll let him do whatever he wants to, I guess, with it then. If you want to bottle it back up, what you gonna do with it? But look how white it turned it. It took off all those little colorations. It is still really pretty, and I probably could have left it in there longer and got the rest of those out, but I just left it because, like I said, I actually do like the darker spots in it better. It's pretty like that too, though. All right, I'm gonna do this one like that, and if it does this whelk like it did that one, I don't know that I'm gonna be dipping these others. I might skip around and go get some other ones that are this color and try them out. I don't want to take all my darkness off of them. I don't like that. So that's kind of a negative point of this, I guess. Woo.
Maybe it has to do with the amount of time that you're actually leaving it in there, and not only that, when you're holding it up to dry like that, it's like the acid's still on it. And
stay in for a second longer.
But look at this.
Look, it did not take the dark off of this whatsoever. So maybe it's just the type of whatever's causing the dark appearance. Like this shell is stained this way.
Look at that.
Wow. And I was just scratching on those little barnacle areas there. Wow, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, that was nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep dipping.
Yeah, you'll keep going. We'll keep going.
I'm gonna keep going now that one didn't like completely.
Look at all the darkness on this shell. Let's get a real close up of it.
And I just wet the top right there with my finger so you can kind of see how it looks when it's wet. pretty.
Still nice, and I do think it's got to do with the amount of time that you actually let it sit in there. Like the next one, if you can grab it in a situation where you can dip it mostly down in there and switch it over faster, and that one right there,
all right,
it's got a lot of matrix build up on it.
Yeah,
See it down in that area?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's muriatic acid's going to take that off, but you can go back and pick that off, right?
You can, and I think as long as you leave it in here long enough, I think it'll basically soften all that off too, where it'll just brush off. But I'm gonna do it quickly to see if it'll keep some more of this black on.
So position.
So I'm gonna try to grab it here.
Yeah.
All right. So parts of it stayed on, like this vein right there beside that orange part. So yeah, most of the black seemed to come off of those. All right, let's look at this one. This one's got a lot of oranges on it, a little bit of dark area.
Well, the oranges have been showing up good, so well, let's see.
I needed a little bit bigger container. This is the biggest solid glass one I could find that you guys could see well out of. A lot of beach sand came out of that one, so pinks and salmons, oranges, a lot of sand. A lot of nice oranges in this one with some dark. We're gonna see if that dark.
Yeah, you better get that one in there pretty fast. It seems like the longer they're in there, it takes a lot of the color off.
Just not deep enough in there.
That one turned out nice.
Yeah, still pretty.
So definitely it helps when you go dip fast as you can and go straight to the water as fast as you can, from what I'm seeing.
I'm getting skeptical about dipping this big orange one, I have to tell you.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for the viewers. We got more shells. That just happens to be one of our favorites, so we're running the risk with you guys.
No, that one kept a lot of black.
Yeah, a lot of that black is staying on them. That darkness.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can start to see right here what they all look like.
Those two did really good, and these two.
Yeah, some of these smaller shells down on this end have been the most impressive after just dipping them right.
All right, this one's got a lot of dark on it. It's kind of big though for this bowl. So that one's pretty.
And I do believe that if you would leave that shell in there long enough, it would eat all the black off of it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it really quick and it's still taking a lot off.
Yes. All right, here comes the last one. The last one, and
I feel like I might should do it in two sections because of the size of it. Because I'm not gonna be able to handle it in there.
just do it the best you can, Steph.
Right.
We're gonna do it fast. Do it fast.
See?
But grab it with your glove on the other end. The tongs ain't working.
Not with this one.
Yeah, just use your hand. There you go. You got it. You're nervous about this one, ain't you?
Yeah, it won't go all the way down in there either.
Flip it back over to the top right there real quick, so we can give everybody a look at this thing.
Ooh, don't let that get on me. It's still got a lot of acid in it there. I probably need to get right here to the water hose. Into the faucet. okay. A lot of the oranges stayed in it.
Wow.
Even showed out a little bit of the darkness that it has in it.
We saved this big guy to last, and I'm telling you right now, it definitely turned out the best out of all of them.
It is.
Look at here. Give you a quick look back over them.
Gorgeous.
Awesome looking shell there.
That was awesome. Thank you guys for joining us for this adventure. And if you guys want to see us do more stuff like this, let us know in the comments. If you guys love shelling and we're not out on the beach, sometimes we can do a little something like this and play with our shells.
That's right. Thanks for joining us.